dread and fear ruled our lives, ruled our thoughts, caused our deaths. But love kept us sane, and now brings us back.
Oh, Steve. Hey, what are you doing here, man? Where you been? Yeah, I've been looking for you for weeks. Everybody's missed you.
How did you know to look for me here?
Oh, wow, it's a little detective work. I heard from Darlene that you were back in the valley, and well, I knew you were staying down in San Anselmo for a while, and just got back up to the Bay Area.
I've had some thinking to do.
Yeah, that's what Gail was telling me. She'd, like to know if you can make it to the party we're throwing next week.
No, I can't go.
Hey, man, what's wrong? Look, we're starting rehearsals for the new album in 2 weeks. And some of the guys, well, they're wondering whether you're trying to quit the group, man.
Oh, man, you steal away for a little while, and everybody starts getting all excited. This whole thing has nothing to do with you or with the group.
Well, the other thing they've been saying was that maybe you decided to start on mainline. Well, look, you've been reading those weird books by those professors and those anthropologists, and hell, I remember when your first trip to Alaska after reading those Castaneda books. I've seen it happen to other guys, man, who just couldn't be able to...
Look, looks like they've been doing a lot of talking lately.
Man, you know how important this album is to all of us. We've been playing off-the-wall dives for years. Man, we've played warm-up for over-the-hill rock groups. Now, this new album, especially with the single doing so good...
Look, just don't worry about it, huh? I won't let the group down. I've just got some personal things to work out, okay?
Yeah, you're gonna work it out like this? Man, this ain't no way. What is eating you? Look, if you want to get stoned after you get the songs down, and you get to rehearsal through, and you know what you're doing, that's fine. You can go on a tear for the whole next tour. But man, you know that you can't go in for new songs rehearsing like this.
Listen, Chris, I haven't been doing any hard drugs, okay?
Oh, just this then, huh? Well, very few people who've seen you in the last few weeks say you were bombed out of your mind just about all the time. I mean, people have been worried about you. We all know about your peculiar ways, that you can just pick up and go whenever and wherever you want. You know, we can accept that, but like nobody's seen a performance like this, especially out of you.
Damn it, Chris. And just replace me. If they can't handle what's going on with me right now, then just tell the group they'll have to find themselves a new boy.
Steve, oh, man, how can you say something like that? Hey, you were with this group since the beginning, since before we picked up Jimmy and Billy. When you came up through the ranks, you busted your tail for your music. I remember you used to work for years for the State Highway Administration during the day and then play off-the-wall joints for drinks and tips at night. What makes you think you could or even want to throw all that away now?
Chris, have you ever had your beliefs, your very mind, so completely and totally turned around? And not changed, but challenged.
What are you saying? You don't mean drugs.
Drugs. I've played every number on that wheel. If it was drugs, I could deal with that. But when things start to happen, and you're wide awake, and things that are just so bizarre and strange that you can't begin to explain them. And you're straight as a pen. And all you've had is a couple of beers.
I don't get you. What are you talking about?
I had to go back to Maryland about 3 months ago. It was a funeral for my father.
Oh, wow. Wow, man, like nobody knew.
And that meant I'd see my half-brother again. And that is something I really wasn't looking forward to.
And something happened with your half-brother at the funeral?
No, not my half-brother. And it really had nothing to do with the funeral either. I mean, I hardly knew my father. He left us when we were kind of young. And for all we heard from him in the past 10 years, he may as well have been dead for the past 10 years. So I couldn't really be torn up over hearing that he had died. No, I only went to the funeral as well. Courtesy. I was headed in that direction anyway. So I called up my half-brother Jeff and his new wife Colleen and made arrangements to pick up Colleen's sister Susan. She was sort of on the way too. I had Excalibur.
You took your camper all the way across country? Are you crazy? What'd you use for money?
Chocolate milk and batteries.
My father had willed Jeff and I a cabin in 25 acres, which was way out in the Virginia mountain country. We decided to go and check it out, and turn the trip into sort of a mini vacation, which was something we all needed.
Colleen, are you ready yet? The camper's pulling into the street. They're an hour late, and we're never going to get there before dark.
I wish we weren't going right now. It doesn't feel right.
Let me help you with that. What do we have in here? Fort Knox?
You told me I'd only need a small case, so I put as much in it as I could.
Okay, you put on your hat, and I'll take the stuff out to the car.
Susan! Oh!
Colleen, you look beautiful. But you better run upstairs and get changed. We're already late.
But this is what I'm wearing.
Oh, tell me you're going to bounce around in the backwoods in that flimsy skirt.
Don't try to argue with her, Susan. She's already made up her mind.
I thought it would be cool. Besides, it makes me feel good.
Okay. But you might at least change to some practical shoes.
All right.
Never mind.
Why were you so late? You were supposed to be here an hour ago.
There was an accident on the freeway.
Oh, no.
Oh, don't worry. It was nothing. Just a lot of bent metal and police cars and people stopping to gate. Oh, by the way, Jeff, I hope you're driving. Your brother has been on the West Coast too long.
Of course I'm driving. Where's the accident?
Westbound lane, about 3-4 miles back.
Oh, great. That'll lose us another 30 minutes.
And I was more than a little impressed with my first glance of Colleen. The way the morning light hit her, the way she smiled, almost glowing, creating an inner light all of her own. I knew then that I definitely had to get to know her better.
Well, everything seems to be packed. Are you sure you brought everything, Colleen?
I think so. Unless we can take snowshoe.
Don't worry about your precious cat. It will be fine with your mother taking care of it. Now, you'll get in the camper. I'll pry Steve away from his precious steering wheel.
Jeff started to put up a fight to drive, coming on kind of strong. I just smiled and nodded. I was going to be very happy staying in the back.
What are you writing?
I'm not writing, really. I'm transcribing. It's a poem I'm trying to remember by Edgar Allan Poe.
Poe? Oh, another fellow's Point Boy. I hope it's not one of his ghoulish ones, you know, where the people murder each other and wall them up with cats.
No, it's not like that. It's not a horror story. He didn't just write horror stories. He also wrote some beautiful poems. Would you like to hear it? The ring is on my hand, and the wreath is on my brow. Satins and jewels grand are all at my command, and I am happy now. And my lord, he loves me well. But when first he breathed his vow, I felt my bosom swell, for the words rang as a knell, and the voice seemed his who fell in the battle down the dell, and who is happy now. But he spoke to reassure me, and he kissed my pallid brow, while a reverie came o'er me, and to the churchyard bore me, and I sighed to him before me, thinking him dead to lure me. Oh, I am happy now. And thus the words were spoken, and thus the plighted vow. And though my faith be broken, and though my heart be broken, here is a ring as token that I am happy now. Behold the golden token that proves me happy now. Would to God I could awaken, for I dream I know not how. My soul is sorely shaken, lest an evil step be taken, lest the dead who is forsaken may not be happy now.
I was terribly impressed with what I was seeing. And believe me, this kind of naive approach always meant danger for me. But the way that Colleen acted, the way she read that poem, it was like she had seen and experienced it all before, and I knew then that she was for real. I got back up front with Jeff. After that poem, I was really afraid I might go a little too far. Actually, Susan would have suggested it soon anyway. She was up on a sort of going-away party the night before, and she was barely up by the time I arrived. So she was spending a lot of time catching Z's in the back, and it was a little more comfortable in the back anyway.
Food time. Ladies, food will be served, right?
What kind of food?
Whatever you can come up with on the range.
Oh, listen, we were promised some outdoor cooking when we signed on to this crazy cruise.
We'll do some outdoor cooking when we get to the cabin. Right now, we just want to get there so we can just get a little something.
It looks like we're stuck again, Colleen. Come on.
Well, what now?
Well, what do you think?
Lost me again.
What are we going to do with the money?
Money? What money?
The money we get from selling the cabin and the 25 acres.
Jeff, I never thought of selling.
What are we going to do? Move in and live happily ever after?
No, what are you trying to prove?
Why just hold on to something worth that much? Hell, we can sell it. Get some money. We all could use it. Even you could buy yourself a new harmonica or something. Besides, we should get something out of the old guy. As it is, we're just out here suffering in this heat because that old...
Whoa, come on now. You know Dad wasn't all that bad.
Dad? Oh, man, that is incredible. After all he put us through, you come along and call him Dad, almost like he was a real father.
And how many kids do you have? Have you ever been a real father? No. So how the hell do you know what a real father should act like?
I'll tell you one thing. A real father doesn't run out on two families at once.
Now you're projecting again. Dad had problems, or I don't know, maybe just a different way of looking at things, that's all.
That's all. You would divorce two wives, leave two families, spend a fortune on 25 acres and a cabin that are so far out in the backwoods that no one could find you. And you'd say you were straight in the head, right? Stop taking his part.
I'm not taking anybody's part. I can just dig the man's situation. I mean, he was an artist, and I think...
And you, being a famous California rock singer. You know all about artists, right? Who do you think you're kidding? That funeral was the first time you ever saw him in 15 years.
Are you two getting into it again? I just can't believe this.
We're not into anything. We're just having a slight difference of opinion.
One that could be heard back to the Eastern Shore. Look, we've gotten through the worst part already. The funeral, the reading of the will.
Look, can't we forget about all that? I mean, you hadn't seen your father for years, and then all of a sudden, at the funeral, well, it was awfully weird.
Oh, no. Here we go again. She's going to insist on going on about that again. Listen, Colleen. I've heard your ghost stories hundreds of times. I'm tired of them, okay? You know perfectly well that I work in a rotten office with nothing but insurance papers and clanking typewriters and getting groped at the Xerox. I very rarely get a chance to get out of there. This is my first trip in months. So, may I please have at least a short vacation without all this?
You don't understand. I got the worst vibrations at the funeral, and then afterwards at the reading...
Look, gang, let's just relax, take a breather here. Then we'll push on. We'll get to the cabin about 10:30. We can decide our price, whatever. And then we can worry about the important stuff. Let's just keep the conversation off of anything heavy until we get there.
So we drove on for another couple of hours. Susan and Colleen made some sandwiches, and we all had some beer. It seemed like everybody was relaxing a little. No, Susan was still a little agitated with Colleen, so I managed to make a trade with her. I said, Susan, you ride up front with Jeff, and I'll sit in the back with Colleen. Oh, for the sake of keeping peace in the family, you understand.
Where do you live in California?
Center Road, in Nevada. Just outside beautiful Marin County.
Marin County. Isn't that where all those rich movie-type people live?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we drive through there on hot days.
Why hot days?
Well, it's like 20 degrees cooler in the county. We just pick up and throw a case of beer in the back of the truck and, you know, just kind of ride around, laugh at the rich people. Do you know that they go out their door in the morning in their pajamas to pick up their morning paper just like everybody else?
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Oh, really, it is. I guess you don't do much of that kind of thing around here, huh?
No. There's not much of anything like that around here. Besides, Jeff and I don't really go out that much.
Mm-hmm. No, I could never stay in one place for too much of any given time. You know, I've always been sort of a wanderer. Always got to be moving and checking out new places and stuff. You know, I get stale staying anywhere for too long. You know, I think that's probably the main reason why I couldn't make it to your wedding. You know, that invitation just couldn't find me. You know, just couldn't catch up with me. I was in, let's see, I think at the time I was in Brackettsville, Texas, and then I went up to San Antonio, and...
It's too bad you couldn't make it. You might have enjoyed it.
No, I don't know. Other people's weddings kind of get me down. I don't know, maybe it'll be different at mine.
You think you're getting married?
Well, maybe. You know, it might be nice to try settling down and raising a family. I didn't know Jeff was thinking about it until, what's the matter?
I don't know. I'm getting these awful feelings.
That was the first real problem of the trip. Colleen knew something before it even happened. They all went out to see what was going on. I sat frozen in the back. No way was I going out where the rest of them were going.
But he was right here.
That's right, I saw him too.
It's like he just disappeared.
What did he look like? He was dressed in gray and was wearing a country kind of a hat.
Yeah, but there's nobody here now.
But he was here. I feel it. He wasn't a hitchhiker. He was a spirit of some form. There's a wrong feeling here. It's cold.
That's just where he was standing.
Oh well, we better get back on the road or we'll never make the cabin tonight. That looks like the turn to me. Directions we got. That gas station said the third right. These cold country roads are getting on my nerves, man. I mean, you can't tell the streets from the ditches. Let's try it and see where it goes.
We drove into the darkness and went about 2 miles when...
Great. That is really great. That is just what we need.
Sounded like the muffler. Maybe the whole exhaust system is shot. We better not move till I can check it out.
It is the muffler. That is really fine.
What's wrong?
Oh, our little road turned into be a dead-end path with tree trunks at the end.
I knew it would be like this. I knew it. This means we're not going to be able to make the cabin tonight, doesn't it?
No, we won't. We'll just have to camp here. It won't be the first time anyone's done it. It won't be the last time.
We can't stay here. This place is wrong. It feels frightening. Please, can't we just turn around and go back home?
Baby, I'd love to go home, but we're stuck here until Steve can get that muffler fixed. Meanwhile, why don't we just relax? I'll light up the Coleman, get some wood, and we'll start a fire. You can get that outdoor cooking you all have been looking forward to. Hell. Well, Mr. Goodwrench, how long's it gonna be then, huh?
We're not going anywhere for quite a while, that's for damn sure.
Well, don't tell me you're gonna take a coffee break now.
A beer break. And not even a beer break.
Where do you think you're going if you've got so much work to do?
Jeff, wait. I'm worried about Colleen.
What, these ghost stories? I don't want to hear it.
Jeff, you have to. Don't you understand? These noises Colleen is hearing are scaring the hell out of her.
Oh, we don't hear anything.
That's just it. You know how she was in college. Sensitive, impressionable. Well, that's all very fine and good. Except when she gets a notion to give form to something formless.
What are you talking about?
I mean, she's been freaked out ever since your father's funeral. That was the only time she ever saw him. He wasn't at your wedding. And her being as emotional as she is.
Well, what's that got to do with here and now?
Colleen has amplified her negative feelings from the funeral and the reading of the will to the point where she's hearing ghostly noises. Noises that in all probability don't exist.
Those noises could be an animal in a trap or something.
That kind of logic won't work with her now, don't you see? Your wife is having some real problems now. She needs your help, your protection. And you can't deny there is a funny feeling around here.
Oh, no, not you two. Don't I have enough problems without you going hysterical?
I am not going hysterical. I realize I've always put down Colleen's spiritualism. I thought it was just her way of getting attention. You know, she was always frail and weak, having pneumonia as a kid and then again 2 years ago in college. You also know that's when she got into yoga and meditation. She claims the meditation helped her to erase the voices she used to hear as a child. Pure imagination, of course, but I think she's starting to believe it. Maybe this is all just trying for attention again, like she always used to do when we were children, or maybe she's still stuck on being the baby of the family. But I think, in her present state of mind, it's bad for her. It is dangerous to keep her in this area.
Who are you? What's wrong? Can we help? Wait. What can I do? What's wrong? I can't. Why can't you rest? You're so sad. Wait, others? How many of you are there? How many are here with you? Who hurt you? It's over now. We don't hate you. Our lives are so different. No, I'm not afraid of you. Not of any of you. Please, let me help. All right. I will. Have to. I'm opening myself to you. I don't fear you. Please, tell me what to do.
Colleen, come over here. Listen, Susan and I have been talking. As soon as Steve gets back, we're going to fix the van and go.
But I can't go now.
What do you mean? Before you...
That was before. They just spoke to me.
Hey, man, look, we gotta get the hell out of here.
What's the matter with you?
I was just back in the woods taking care of business. And I heard something like crying or moaning. I don't know what it was. But then I saw something or somebody off in the mist.
Yeah, with his head tucked under his arm, no doubt.
All right, you laugh all you want, funny man, but I'm gonna get the sucker fixed in about an hour, and then we're cutting out.
All right by me.
But I can't leave. I've got to stay and help them.
Help them? How?
I don't know, but it's something I've got to do. They're so lost. They're so sad. I'll stay by myself if I have to.
And what do you think you can do?
We can hold a seance. That way I can find out what their problem is. Why they can't leave. Find out how I can help them.
Are you sure you want to go through with this?
I don't want as much as I have to.
But is it safe?
They're not going to hurt me. They want me to help them. I feel as if they've been looking for years for someone who wouldn't be afraid. Someone who wouldn't run from them. Will you help me?
Well, okay. Just so long as we get it done in an hour. Steve's not going to want to wait around after whatever it is he saw.
Everyone hold hands. Try to stop all thoughts of evil, of hate, all thoughts of fear. What we want are thoughts of concern, love, compassion. They want us to help them, so we must open ourselves with the protection of God to the messages from our friends from over there. We ask for humility, acceptance of our trust. Our souls are asked acceptance of the spirits, who know more than we, who could tell us more than we shall ever know. You're hesitating. No one here fears you. No one wants to hurt you. We know that you are asking us for help, and all of us want to help you. Try. If you need a voice, speak through me. Consider me your messenger. I'm not afraid.
Please, please stay. It's so hard. We need your help. Can you all please try? It was so long ago.
And I tell you, I've never seen anything like it. I've seen some weird things in my life. But standing there and looking out over the fire, I saw ghosts. Ghosts. And I saw people who had fought and died in the Civil War over 100 years ago, talking, though their lips didn't move. And I saw there in the mist the same ghost I'd seen in the woods earlier. I stood frozen to the spot, and I listened to their story.
We were a volunteer unit. We joined because we believed. We were a seasoned unit. And our captain, he led us in campaign after campaign, in battle after battle. remain prisoners.
Fighting in battlefields with 20,000 dead men. A shot rang out and I heard a groan coming from my best friend. Carry on, private, can't you see just another dead man? So wipe your tears and pick up your gun and kill as many as you can. One more soldier. How many more? Another boy lost to the other side. Only that, nothing more. Known him now for 17 years, he's such a good friend of mine. Now this war's done take him away, and I have to leave him behind. He's just another soldier lying in the mud. He's just another soldier, a gray coat covered with blood. One more soldier. How many more? Another boy lost to the other side. Only that, nothing more. Looking back, I can remember him, the simple farming man, raising a family, building a home, working the Virginia land. Then one day he said goodbye to his children and his wife. When a rebel cause took him up, a Yankee bullet took his life. One more soldier. How many more? Another thorn lost to the other side. Only that, nothing more. One more soldier. How many more? Another thorn lost to the other side. Only that, nothing more.
After several attempts, we recaptured the position. But when the body count was taken, he was among the injured. I found him and I carried him from the field. He still commanded, even from his deathbed. Our unit was ordered out. We had won the battle, and our unit was intact because of his valor and bravery. We owed him much, and we vowed that we would do whatever we had to ensure he would make it back to where he belonged. But the Yankees, they attacked our train. We were separated from the rest, lost in the darkness. But they found us, came upon us out of the woods and killed all of us. And our captain, they saw he was an officer, so a Yankee sergeant, he took the brave man's own sword and cut off his head. Later, a company of our fellows came and found us. They knew of a church not far from where we lay, and they took us there. But they couldn't find his head. we have since made a greater vow. A vow made in death. A vow to ensure his wholeness, so his spirit may find the rest we have denied ourselves for this time. But even here in limbo there is hope. His own flesh, trying after death to enter this limbo, to finish the job started long ago. But only in life could that flesh help. All others flee us. The mountain is called haunted, but his wife, dead from childbirth, she would not be afraid. She has come back. Her new life cannot hide the love. She is the one we have been waiting for. It is her help we seek. And now, after so many years, we have that help. We now have that wife.
I couldn't believe my ears. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. They actually thought that Colleen was the reincarnation of a woman from over 100 years ago. My mind just would not accept the idea. By this time I was having definite feelings for Colleen. I wanted to take her and run far away from this scene. But I remained rooted to the spot. I had to listen further.
We will now show you how to help. You may come, for she is frail now and may need your assistance. We will allow the wife to lead you. Arise now. Dawn will soon be upon us.
So they left. Jeff, Colleen, and Susan, and the spirits. It was my last chance. Chance to possibly save her from all this madness. But all I could think of was getting the camper fixed. I was obsessed. If I could do that, then maybe everything would be sane again. They followed Colleen into the darkness. A darkness broken only occasionally by the now harsh moonlight. They walked on until Colleen found the spot the spirits were leading her to. using their hands and some sticks to loosen the tightly packed earth. They dug and they found the severed skull of the valiant captain. The husband of Colleen. Thoughts of hatred for him entered my head. He had her once. Why couldn't he leave her alone now? He was dead, and she was alive. And I controlled such thoughts. I fear for what they might cause to happen to me. And then they walked with a skull, following the spirit's lead. They followed to the church and the graveyard around it. graveyard by a church, unused for decades, that they buried the skull at the exact spot the spirits said contained the remains of their captain. And it was here that the hauntings were laid to rest. And the spirits watched and they were pleased.
then Colleen. Now, thoroughly in a deep trance, she prayed over the grave.
We thank you. All is as it should be. We can all move on now. Our only sorrow is that our new friends cannot as yet join us, but the wife will now always dwell in the world of the spirits.
And that's about it. I just didn't have any idea at all what to do after. Well, I mean, the whole thing just blew my mind away so bad.
I guess it would have been a lot easier if you experienced it by yourself. You didn't have any witnesses.
You know, that's the problem. You know, Jeff was there. He can admit that he saw it. He can admit that that everything happened. Why can't I? I know these things happen, but I just can't accept that they happened to me.
What about Colleen, Steve?
Well, she seems to be getting back into her spiritualism. She's into it heavier than ever now. You know, she's not afraid anymore. She realizes she has this gift and is going to use it for whatever purposes. She's moving to Virginia Beach. I think she's going to split up with Jeff too. I guess she kind of outgrew him all in one night.
You tried to get in touch with her at all?
No. Man, how could I have a relationship with a woman who hears things and sees things that, nobody else can?
You should at least try, man. She maybe want you to.
Well, I'm really sorry if that's true.
But do you want to?
Chris, that's not the question. It's not do I want to. No, don't worry. I'll get by. I always do. You can tell the other guys. No, you can tell them whatever you want. But tell them that I don't want to see them. I don't want to see anybody. I just have to work this out for myself. And I'll be okay before rehearsals start.
Would you like to talk to my uncle, man?
No, thanks. I have to do this by myself. I don't need no help.
Well, I have to go check out the studio we'll be using on the Lucas lot. I'm already a little late. Hey, look, the party's at 7 Tuesday night, okay?
Okay. Just try not to expect too much too soon.